Good morning, my friends. This is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, and I'm your Sunday blogger, Rosemary. Welcome. Today's question is all about water, and this is the question. And I'm trying not to use my glasses because of the glare. So now that fall is arriving, daily schedules and activities are changing. How do you stay hydrated and keep meeting your daily water goal? What is your daily water goal? Is it your surgeon's goal? What do you count as water intake? Does coffee, tea, soda, flavor enhancers count? Provide useful tips, tricks you have about water. If you struggle, tell us what you plan to do in order to work through the struggle. Okay. I've really never had a struggle with water because I was a diabetic before weight loss surgery. In fact, it was so bad. It used to get up into the 400s, 500 at one time, and I even went through sleep coma. That's a long story. Just really bad diabetes, right? Okay, so when he said I was going to need water, I kind of thought I was going to need water like that. Like I was going to be thirsty all the time. Like, I need water. I'm so thirsty. That went away. I didn't have that thirst anymore. Ooh, that became a problem because I didn't want water. It was like, finally, I'm not as thirsty as I used to be. I used to be so thirsty. I'm thirsty. I can't explain it any other way, guys. Then I realized how important water was. And of course, I am one of those people that have had to learn the hard way because I didn't have YouTube. You guys didn't have you people. I just love that we have YouTube now. But in my days, Now, of course, I'm coming from 11 years ago. So when my doctor said for me to, make sure I'm drinking water in between, and he didn't make it like a rule of any way. Remember, this was 11 years ago. It wasn't like a rule. Like somehow there's a rule now. He did say that coffee would be included as my water. So I do remember that. And so I made sure that, I enjoyed my coffee. And he always told me, if you're going to have a cup of coffee, have a good cup of coffee. So I was happy to hear that. So I didn't have to, back then, no one said I had to have decaf or anything like that. So anyway, I wasn't really given a rule on how many ounces of water to have. I was told to have water in between because that was going to make me full. That was going to keep my pouch full, and I would not be wanting to snack on things. And another thing that was important to me to realize is that thirst is also a hunger light bulb going on in your head. If you're, sometimes we're not hungry, we're thirsty because our body needs it. There's a little, I'm not going to read you this article, but I am going to read a little bit of how important water is. Drinking water helps maintain the balance of body fluids. Your body is composed about 60% of water. The functions of these bodily fluids include digestion, absorption, circulation, creation of saliva, transportation of nutrients, and balance of body temperature. So, how important is water? It helps the skin. It helps us, push those toxins out of our bodies. It helps us from being constipated. It helps, dissolve minerals, and helps our kidneys. And so, we just need water for so much of our body, right? So it's very, very important. What are the tricks? My tricks. Well, first of all, let me explain something to you. I live on a ranch, and there used to be 3 functioning wells. We're down to 1 well. So we buy our water. Everyone on the ranch has to buy, well, they don't have to, but basically you want to buy the water because the water, the well water, is not so tasty, and there's a lot of calcium built up in it. So we buy water. So what do? I make sure I have water all the time. We buy about a dozen to 16. It depends we're on a budget, so we try and buy 12 to 16 gallons of water a week. And so I keep that in the refrigerator, and I also keep, it's either lemon water. Today, or last night, I made a Crystal Light water, so I've already drank that much of it. I had that yesterday. But usually it's just lemon slices and water. I throw a little bit of mint and cucumber sometimes, but usually it's just lemon water. I have a lemon tree. But this one is Crystal Light. It's not Crystal Light, it's Weiler's. It's the cheapest one you can buy. And then what helps me to drink it is my straws. Now let me show you something really quick. My husband bought me this. And it's double, you know, it's nice to have all these glasses, you know, it helps with the water, and I like cold water. I like my glasses to, you know, for my ice to stay longer, so I get the double, you know, ones. And my husband got me this, and in here they gave us 2 choices of straws, which is really cool. And the other straw that came in here was this one. It's rubbery. Well, what I do is I keep it in my blender bottle. And what I do with the blender, because see, it bends, so I keep it in there. I have 2 of them. I have a blue one and a green one. And what helps me is that I keep 6 blender bottles, because I've collected them throughout the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation of America meet and greets. I keep 6 of them in the refrigerator. Now, I did do something that I shouldn't have done. I put them in the freezer at one time to freeze them, and I busted them. So I had, I've had to collect a few. I've had to purchase a few because they messed up. But I like to have 6 in the refrigerator. Why? Because I have them on hand. When I'm getting ready for the gym, and I just go to the refrigerator and grab my water, and I'm out the door. So it helped. And with doctor appointments, I never have an excuse not to have water on me. So that is real important. I also like this one because it keeps my water cold. This was a gift. It was a gift from my husband for Christmas, and it is amazing. If you get one of these that are what are aluminum, I guess, I don't know, stainless steel. I think it's stainless steel. It just keeps everything nice and cold, and it keeps your eyes cold, and I love it. I love it. This one I will take when I have coffee, and it's just a Contigo, and it just keeps my coffee hot. So there's all kinds of ways to keep your water. I have, and somebody asked me, how do you keep all your blender bottles and stuff in your cabinets? Because, I mean, I have no room. Well, I don't have any room either. I live in a very small space. So I use a shoe organizer, and I'll show you a picture right here. I put it up on Facebook the other day, and everybody was like, oh, that's such a great idea. It's just easier for me. Like I said, I don't have that much room, and those are one way that I keep my bottles, all. As far as the enhancers, I did buy a few just to test them out because I heard so many people on YouTube saying that they really enjoyed them, and so I purchased them. And for me, I have this like aftertaste. And I've tried them all, and I would prefer not to. I'd rather just put, mint and lemon in my water. So this brings me to this subject. So you're not only getting water from liquid. You can also get your water from broccoli and blueberries and lettuce and cucumbers. Okay, think about it. You guys can all Google this in, but cucumber is 96% water. A radish, 95% is water. Broccoli, which is for me a filler. I purchase frozen broccoli all the time. I always have broccoli because to me, if I have enough filler, like if I want, I basically try and especially with menopause right now, do a broccoli and for my vegetable and maybe fish. So the broccoli is a filler for me. It keeps me full longer. Well, why? Because it has water. It's 89% water. Blueberries is 95% water. Strawberries, 92% water. Okay, I'm not going to give you a class on what all has water. You guys can go Google that. But just think about also the fruits and vegetables that you're eating. Count that as your water. So I was really never given a number of what I should be drinking. I see it as a visual thing. I make sure that I'm looking in the refrigerator, making sure I'm drinking my water. I test myself. If I'm going to go and snack on something, I'm going to go drink something first. Usually, if I drink something and I drink enough of it, it's going to keep me full. So, you know, if I'm still hungry later, after I've drank all that, I'm thinking, okay, then I really am hungry. So that's a little test that I do, and I've been doing it forever. So I hope I answered all your questions. And please, if you have a video response about this and you have other ideas, bring it on. I would love to see a video response, or leave me comments. I love you, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.